Another reason is that welfare and food stamps. Well, you may say, oh, these people, they're illegal, so they don't have those opportunities. As I was discussing the other day, oh, sorry.
That was 2 minutes? No, it's still her turn.
Okay.
Keep going.
As I was discussing the other day with another person, we were saying how, oh, they may not get the same benefits that we may get because they are illegal, but it doesn't necessarily have to be illegal. Like last time, Ms. Stark, she mentioned that she worked in the field, and that doesn't mean that she's illegal. I mean, a family could have easily given birth here to a couple of students, and those children grow up to be citizens, so they may have the same benefits that we may have, and welfare provides you with amount of money that you may not even get from working in the fields, and you can actually send off your students to go to school. And food stamps, you also get free food for no cost at all. You just keep saving those up, and well, you don't even have to send your students to school.
Now it's going to be 1 minute. Each of you, same order. You'll have half the time you did last time. You can respond to anything any of them said.
I forgot her name.
Oh, come in.
Meninder. All Meninder said was that school, that you don't need that much to pay your books, but when you get to college you do. But there is the government can help you to pay your school things, but we do need to buy school supplies such as notebooks and and I want to respond to Hookbed about the free food stamps. The government, like I said, the government can help you with the free food stamps, but with the people that are not always there for you, you have your siblings, and I kind of agree with Hookbed.
So, Lily brought up that they won't have money from not working in the fields. That is their source of income, and that children can help bring in more of that income. But I would like to bring up that you're saying you're using future generations as a tool to make a few extra bucks. And if that's not selfish, I don't know what is. Because wouldn't you rather have your child prosper and grow and actually have a chance at a life instead of letting them be this little drone to working in the fields, back-breaking work to set them up to fail, to set themselves up to fail? No, they can't actually have a shot at having a better life.
Okay, yes, I do agree that it is little money, but little money to them can actually be a lot to them, because they may be working hours and hours on the field, yes, but when they get money, that probably makes them the happiest. When they get food, that makes them the happiest, So little money, it may be little money to us, but to them it can be very important, or really big to them. It'll really mean a lot to them. So and it wouldn't. So yeah.
So I still believe that migrant children should go to school because, as she said, that
Who is she? Which one?
after.
No. You can always say, as my opponent with the long curly hair, or as my opponent with
As my opponent, curly hair. said that they get a little money by working in the field, but as Hokabet said, they get food stamps, which they could buy free food, and then she said that Destiny said that we have to buy books and notebooks, but if we have those benefits, they'll give us money, and then we could buy it with those, but that money, the books and notebooks.
Okay, I wanted to add to what Lily was saying, like how little money could impact the way they like feel about it. Like they could be really happy, like in the story The Circuit. Once they found a job, they were so happy, and that showed them like they're trying to succeed for the next generation. And how Hokabeth was saying, like they could get food stamps to like get food and stuff, but most people would be scared, you know, like you don't want to get caught, you know. So that's how they probably don't get food stamps. So that little money makes them feel like they're millionaires, which is something that we probably don't feel like because now we have better stuff, but to them it was.
Okay, so what I think that most people don't understand is that working in the field is a serious hazard. There are many equipment that is very dangerous that is exposed to those children, such as tractors. Last year, it was reported that a kid was ran over and even killed from a person who ran over him, and he was working in the field. And in 2002, over 70% of all injuries were reported when kids were in the fields and were operating the vehicles. And I think this is very dangerous because these people don't understand. These kids are like 13, 14, 15-year-olds, and they can't, seriously, something can happen to them, and they may not even take that into consideration. And also, they deal with knives. Even in the house, I'm always like, I almost cut my finger. And imagine these kids cutting crops, and they have to do this for a living. So imagine that. They can even cut off a finger, cut off a hand, and these are dangerous things that we don't even pay attention to.
Sonia, you have to explain that this is their last closing hurrah, their last remarks.
Okay, this is the last remarks. So make it worth it.
So I do agree with Hokabeth, but usually the ones like that work at the fields for like the tractors and the ones with the knives are usually should be the ones more experienced on the ones getting off the crops. And
So all of my opponents have been saying that a little money to them is a lot. So they're saying that money is more important than their children's well-being, and that money brings them happiness and not their children's success, which that is completely ridiculous, because when you're a parent, you want the best for your kids. I'm assuming, unless something is wrong with you.
I need Jahida. Is your phone working, Sheila? Are you?
The phone working? Yeah. It's not off the hook.
Yeah, I just called you right now.
No,
Okay,
we're-
they're here to pick her up.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry you were on a roll.
I apologize.
You extend the time.
Okay. I can't do that.
Just
Right.
What number was she on?
30 seconds.
Well, you can count 30 seconds.
Okay.
So in order to, so as I was saying, unless something is wrong with you when you're a parent, you probably want what's best for your children. And you say that, you say, oh, I want what's best for my kid. But then you don't send them to school, they don't have a chance at life, and they're working 15 hours a day so they can do nothing with their lives. That's it.
So I also want to add on to what Hukubet and Destiny said about the kids, you know, using vehicles and, you know, sharp objects. You know, like what Destiny said, they, like, who said, like, or who really wanted the kids in charge? Like, they, like what Destiny said, like, they should really use more the adult or the more experienced. So, you know, the kids may, yeah, so the kids, you know, won't, because, you know, the adults, they're probably all, you know, like I said, they're used to it, or not, well, not like they're more experienced with it. The children will probably be not, maybe kind of like scared because they won't really know what to do, and that will probably lead them to, you know, getting in an accident. So that's why, you know, more, you know, older and experienced, you know, adults and workers should usually use them more than the children.
I still feel that they shouldn't go to school, as she said, my teammate said that they deal with hazardous things such as knives, and the opponent said that the experienced people deal with knives, but if they grow up and then they still have to learn how to use knives, and then their parents teach them when they're little, and then that's how they get their fingers cut or something like that.
I want to talk about what Andrew was saying, like how they want the best for the kids. Like the reason why money makes them so happy is because they're able to afford food, even just a little bit of food for their kids, so they don't starve. And like if they do want to go to school, let's say they are going to school, and if they don't get like breakfast and stuff, like when we don't get breakfast, we don't concentrate in school. And since they migrate, they won't probably catch on to all the things that's going on in school. They'll probably miss a big part of something important. Let's say they're gone during like the winter and the autumn, like they're gonna miss the Constitution, which is a big deal, like being in 8th grade and stuff like that.
Okay, so I would like to say of what Lily and Destiny said about they usually should be the ones more experienced, but I wasn't really talking about that. I was talking about how kids were getting ran over by those things. I mean, have you seen the height of them? They're really small, and compared to these large machines, they may not even see them, and so that's why